everybody. This is my fourth video. The Alexandra Anelele series, you guys. That's what it looks like. I'll be trying to do more glam for you guys. I know I've been doing like a non-natural, but I'm just really feeling the natural lately. Thanks for watching, you guys. Let me know if you try this look. Bye.
Hello. So I am gonna have my vanity and my lights and everything set up soon. My shop is coming together really well. I just hate filming in here. Like, I have an actual camera and like a whole area. I mean, I don't even, anyway. So I hate the light because like it shines down. You can see like every fine line in my face. Anyway, today, let's see. This is going to be, I think it's the 4th video in the Alexandra Anelele series. Let's see. And we're going to do this. And yes, it is the powder before foundation hack, which I've tried before, but I forgot to like check in through the day. But what really got my attention actually were her eyes. If you look over there, it's kind of blurry. I know, I'm sorry. But her eyes were just really pretty, so that's actually what got my attention more than the powder. So, but like right now I've got moisturizer. Oh, well, I exfoliated because I had dry skin, and I've got moisturizer on. I've got pore minimizer on, or maybe I don't, and I've got a little highlight started, and that's where we're at, and then we will start in just a few minutes. Thanks, you guys.
There's been this trend kind of going around recently where you put powder down. There's a few different ways that people have been doing it, but basically you apply powder to your face before you apply your foundation. I was very intrigued by this simply because I saw Jordan Liberty do it. He's a genius. Apparently Jackie Aina has been talking about this for a very long time. I, for those of you who don't know, am not a makeup artist. I am self-taught. My background is in art. So as far as like application, I didn't go to beauty school, man. And nobody taught me this shit, so I'm kind of just like figuring it out. So I was like, this is interesting. I'm always down for different kinds of techniques.
Actually,
and I think I watched
we actually may
Robert
have done
Welch.
this one. I don't know. Let's see.
So there's this like weird trend happening right now where makeup has no color. So the makeup industry goes through waves.
Hold on, do I have to look?
Like,
Okay, I think I found one now that we have not done. It's Natural Glam, which I'm going to have to break away from because I've been doing that a lot, actually. Okay, let's see what she has to say.
hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to get this natural glam makeup look using the new BH Cosmetics Glam Reflection Rosé palette. So I'm going to start off by prepping my skin with the new Galani Lustrous Facial Mist. The mixture on this is actually quite nice. You never know, but I liked it. And it has a fine pearl in it, so it gives your skin a nice luminous finish. Foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation. This is Warm Nude. And to make it a little bit more olive, I'm adding my NYX Color Correcting Liquid in green. So I'm going to mix this on the back of my hand, and then go in and blend this out with my LC Cosmetics Velvet Sponge. My sponge was ripping in half from cleaning it so roughly, so I decided to just rip it already. I'm so sorry, Lilith, but it's working just fine.
Okay, so we'll get our foundation on real quick. Let's see here. Actually, we'll just go ahead and keep listening, I guess. Or maybe I don't have a whole lot to talk about today, actually. I was out really late last night. I mean, not like just out partying. I was out working. But, yeah. And actually, I've been doing that for the past couple of nights. So I'm pretty tired, actually. But I work for myself, so that's a big plus. So I can decide when I want to go to work. I feel like going to work during the day. I go to work during the day. I would rather go to work at night. I go to work at night. And so anyway, for the past 2 days, I've actually been going into work after our kids go to bed, or when they're just about going to bed, and getting home about 2 or 3, you know, and my kids are doing, my 5th grader is totally homeschooled this year. And luckily I homeschooled her brother when he was a 5th grader too, so I kind of had an idea. And then my freshman is a remote learner. So, thanks COVID. I feel so bad for him, like for real, like, and I don't want him to miss out on high school, you know. And at this point, you know, he's got like his first like pretty serious girlfriend, and she's in school, and so he's asking, you know, please, you know, I want to go, and I just, it just sucks, man. It just sucks. Like, I feel like you kind of like get through elementary and middle school to get to high school, you know, and they can't even have any dances this year or anything, I don't think, because of COVID. And I just, you know, I have underlying health conditions, so I've been like pretty scared the whole time. And I'm not tooting my own horn here, because this is just a hobby of mine, but as a hobby, I watch news from all over the world, and so I've actually been following this virus since late December of last year, actually. And back then, when I would talk about it, people would pretty much laugh at me. I kept talking about it, they kept laughing, but as it kept coming closer, people didn't laugh as much. But, anyway, I have no, oh yeah, so, excuse me. So I really don't want him to miss out on high school. Like, he is such a good kid. He deserves high school. He does. You know, like, I am blessed. Like, when I was in high school, like, I was out of control. I was out of control. My poor mother. And I just, I'm like, you know, they say, I'm gonna get that you the same way to me, or whatever. I'm happy to say I don't. My 15-year-old is not interested in drugs, weed, nothing like that. Now, if I can just get my other 2 through school, will be good. Okay, enough of me rambling. I got a base on here now. And I did put the powder down, and I'll try to remember to check back in at the end of the day to see, you know, if it made a significant difference or not. So, okay. I'll shut it now. Let's see.
Alright, for concealer, I'm going to be using Tarte Shape Tape. This is in the shade Light Neutral. You guys have seen this a million times, and I'm just going in and highlighting and brightening the areas that I want.
And I am not really, I mean, I might get a little concealer to brighten, but I'm just using a little bit of under eye corrector. I'm just gonna pat that in. when I get like dark, like up in here, kind of. So I get it up in there, and then press it in the rest of the way with my beauty blender. And when I'm like pressing with my beauty blender, like I'm like pressing pretty hard, like press, you know what I mean? Like I'm really trying to get the makeup down in there. I know some people say don't do that because breakouts and stuff like that, but I wash my face every day and I exfoliate more often than I don't, so I'm not as concerned about that. Since I've gotten older, my face doesn't break out like it used to. I mean, I have pimple right there right now. You see it? But I used to have really bad pimples, like when I was growing up, so, or when I was very young, actually. Okay. Well, she did brighten a little bit, so let's see. I don't know really about, I'm not sure where my concealer is. I forgot to put a primer today. Well, anyway, people ask me about that a lot. It's just a trick that they taught us in modeling years ago, before setting spray came out, basically. But just do a light spray on your face. It like holds your makeup in place, and that really does work. So, okay, all right, hold on.
Want to. So underneath my eyes, along my nose, a little bit around my mouth, my chin, you know, all the high points. I'm using this Kiss contour palette, and I like to mix this brown shade and green shade to do my nose contour. Just a heads up, I am going to be filming a foundation video all about how to choose the correct color for your skin tone. I know mixing shades can be really complicated, and I get a lot of questions about how I choose the best contour color, the best foundation color. So I'm going to go into serious depth. That's going to be the next video that I film.
Blend, 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 you guys. That is the key to a flawless foundation. For your skin to look the best, you want
for brows, I'm using the Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Definer. This is in Blonde.
You want great skincare routine because you need your face to be really moisturized and dewy and glowy before you start, ideally. And you want to blend, 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 blend. Like, seriously, don't wipe, press, but like, seriously, I don't think you can blend too much. I don't think that's a thing. And I guess you could like blend it away totally, but okay.
This is probably my absolute favorite drugstore brow product. A lot of them are a little bit too on the warm side or red side. So if you are blonde and you're looking for a great brow pencil, this is an excellent option. And it's affordable. As always, I'm popping a little bit more concealer underneath my eyes just to really conceal my under eye circles, and then I'm going in and setting with the Kat Von D Lock-It setting powder, making sure to really brighten up along the sides of my nose. Just makes it look smaller, you know?
And we will do that too. Right now I'm gonna get my brows standing on end real quick. So I can do it. No, I'll do it up here. Yeah. So if anyone has any tips on growing brows, like, it would be super appreciated. If you have watched my videos before, you may have watched the one where I talked about my eyebrows, like why I don't have any, basically. When I was a kid, like I was very young, like 12, I think, I got elbowed in the face, and in the eye, and my brow bone pretty much shot through my face, basically, like, and so now, like, the hair won't grow there, and so I don't look totally crazy. I have to keep the other one short too, you know, a little. Yeah, and this has been the way for 24 years. Don't do the math. Thank you. So anyway, if anyone has any tips or tricks on regrowing eyebrows, I would be very, very appreciated. Very much. Very much so. And I'm just like, and I'm like barely putting any powder on there at all. I'm literally just trying to brighten up the area just a little bit. Me setting under my eyes just a little bit, because you know, I think most people have tendency to crease there, I think. And then I'm just, with whatever's left, which is like nothing, I'm just going back over. Blend. Okay. And I don't know, so far so good. You're supposed to do all your cream products first, FYI. And I love cream products, so I'll be wearing a cream blush and cream bronzer as well. And I completely forgot to do them. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this turns out.
The small amount of concealer that was on my lids, and then I'm just going in and setting with the same powder. This is how I like to prep for eyeshadow, especially for a more natural look. For my bronzer, I'm going in with the Cheeky Mixtape. This is Jeremy Scott's collaboration with MAC Cosmetics, and I'm going to be using the bronzer shade. It's a little bit red for my taste, but it actually looks really nice. So I'm starting to warm up a little bit to red bronzers, and I'm just using my Japanesque powder brush. I like this brush because it allows you to give your skin a nice wash of color.
Well, I guess.
But it also has a slightly defined tip.
Okay, so we'll be a baby today, I guess. I've been using cream products lately, and like, that's really all I want to use. I just think it looks so much more natural. Cream blush and bronzer. I mean, I love it. Like, took me a long time to jump on the bandwagon, but I'm definitely on there now. But since I have already powdered my face, I'm thinking maybe we'll just do powder, bronzer, and blush, I guess. Let's see. So, I'll just do this. There we go. Sorry. There, let's put a little. I'm basically just doing the outside perimeters of my face here. I'm not really contouring. I'm literally just warming up my face, like here, here. And I'm usually when I'm doing this, I'm doing a lot of blending. Like, I'm blending more than anything else, really. You know, so I'm not like putting on as much product as it might look like. Up and down. Okay. I'm gonna go back to my brows for a second because I was going crazy there. Let's see. Okay. So. Anyway, okay. All right, let's see.
I guess you can go in and do a little bit of contouring too. Now I'm picking up the blush shade on my favorite angled Morphe brush. I'm just gonna pop it on my cheeks, take this hair off my face. I personally can't go a day without blush. If you don't like blush, you don't have to wear it. You can just go in with a little bit of bronzer.
Okay, I gotta, let's see blush. Got a pretty pink one. I think we'll try this pretty pink one. And I am like not a pink girl really, but for some reason I wanted to try this pink today. A little odd character for me, but damn, keep messing up my brows. Anyway, and I'll probably end up bringing a little bit of this blush color up into my eyeshadow too, so it's all cohesive. Alright. And the key, like I said, is just blend, 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 blend. Okay.
Alright, now for my eyes, I'm using the new Glam Reflection Rosé palette, and I'm going to be starting off with this kind of light tan shade, and I'm using one of my favorite Morphe blending brushes. I'm just going to be placing this in the crease, working it back and forth. This is going to be our transition shade. So you can see it's pretty light. It's just acting as the base for our crease.
Okay, so we'll just do just a light. We're just gonna do that one right there. This is just for the transition. Okay. And I'm just kind of putting it everywhere because it's light. Okay. Okay, so got a transition shape on there. Let's see.
Now I'm grabbing a slightly darker and more cool tone shadow on this NYX brush, and I'm just going to be placing this in the crease, kind of just placing it down. This brush is a little bit more tightly packed, so it's not excellent for blending, but it's good for packing on a shadow in an area that you want it. Then I'm going back in with my MAC 217, and I'm going to be softening that line. But I really want to focus it in the crease. I don't want to blow it out too much. I really want to define that shadow.
Okay, so she's using like a cool tone. I don't wear a lot of cool tones that I got going on here. Let's see. So I've got like a dome brush here, so this is way more precise in the crease there. And so let's see, what is she doing? She, the line, didn't blow it out, just pretty much, and then went back and blended with the bigger brush. So let's see here. And I'm using like a much warmer color than she is. She's going cool tone and I'm going warm tone. I don't have a lot of cool tone colors. Maybe I should try them again, but like in my experience, for whatever reason, cool tones don't like do well with me. I don't think it looks good. But it's been a long time since I have tried, so maybe I should try. So at least I'd have it in my makeup for when I needed it, you know. But okay. Pretty sure that's pretty much it. Just put the color in there, and then we're gonna blend it out. I'm pretty sure. Okay. So crazy, I know, but hopefully it'll work out good. Let's see.
For my lid, I'm going to go in with this beautiful, it's kind of like a rose champagne, and it's perfectly foiled. I'm just picking this up with my finger and placing it on my lid. It's just slightly lighter than the crease colors, so they blend together really easily. I'm going in with that same progression on my lower lash line as always, starting off with the light tan shade and then going back in with that slightly cooler toned shadow to take this hair off my face. I personally can't go a day without blush. If you don't like blush, you don't have to wear it. You can just go in with a little bit of bronzer. Alright, now for my eyes, I'm using the new Glam Reflection Rosé palette, and I'm going to be starting off with this kind of light tan shade. And I'm using one of my favorite Morphe blending brushes. I'm just going to be placing this in the crease, working it back and forth. This is going to be our transition shade. So you can see it's pretty light. It's just acting as the base for our crease. Now I'm grabbing a slightly darker and more cool tone shadow on this NYX brush, and I'm just going to be placing this in the crease, kind of just placing it down. This brush is a little bit more tightly packed, so it's not excellent for blending, but it's good for packing on a shadow in an area that you want it. Then I'm going back in with my MAC 217, and I'm going to be softening that line. But I really want to focus it in the crease. I don't want to blow it out too much. I really want to define that shadow. For my lid, I'm going to go in with this beautiful, it's kind of like a rose champagne, and it's perfectly foiled. I'm just picking this up with my finger and placing it on my lid. It's just slightly lighter than the crease colors, so they blend together really easily. And I'm going in with that same progression on my lower lash line as always, starting off with the light tan shade. And
okay, so light shade. Let's see, so the shade of the light. Okay. Let's see.
and then going back.
I don't know what happened when it shut off. Darn it. Anyway, I'm just doing some highlighter real quick. Ooh, everything is collapsing. Alright. I can't wait to have my filming area set up. Oh my god. You guys don't even know. Actually, you might. Okay. For anyone that actually is watching right now, you're probably like, yeah, Girl, we know. You definitely need your filming area set up. Jesus. Right. Okay, so. Okay. That. And we're gonna. Okay. There we go. How many times is the camera gonna fall? How many times do you guys think it's gonna fall? I'm thinking like similar to like, I'm gonna say